Did you miss me? Did you really think I wasn't going to come back? Oh man, I want to do something right quick. Riddle me this. What do you see about this picture right here? This is No Way Out, February 23rd, 2003. What do you see wrong? Get the glare off of it. What do you see wrong about that? Which one of these is not like the other? Which one of these just doesn't belong? One of these things is whatever, you know. Give up? Everybody on here is gone except for this guy. That shows you how much we need to stop living in the past. This is a response to Nutty Rock Chick's video. Well, a little bit of a response. I'm going to post it as one. I'm also going to post it as a video on my channel as well. And here we go, guys. A lot has happened since the last time I made a video, but we have a new champion. I'm going to grab the remote for my TV and do it. He's The Miz, and he's awesome. That's right. I hate to mark out, but I'm sorry. I'm happy for the guy. The guy fucking deserves it, okay? Here's why. You know, you talk about builds, how we haven't built The Miz up. The second, I mean, he won that Money in the Bank briefcase, he became a star, in my opinion. Hell, he even became a star before that. And I'll tell you why. You know, you talk about HBK versus Brett. 1996, that was, let's see, 96, 97, 98, 9, 2000. That's 14 years worth of build. 14 years ago. And they made their peace since then. So, I mean, you know, you can't really go by what they did 14 years ago as far as builds go, as opposed to now, because you got to think about it. 96, the Attitude Era hadn't even started yet. It was a different business. It was built up a different way. This build that we had, I will say, I'm not a John Cena fan, and if anybody knows the name of the song that they put for that build-up video, excuse me, for John Cena, you know, should he do the right thing, blah, blah, blah. That was a good song for that video, and that video made me look and go, wow, is he really going to do it? I went into Survivor Series sitting there thinking, maybe the son of a bitch might actually turn heel. Maybe they might actually turn him heel. Do I think he should have cashed it in at the pay-per-view? No. You want to know why? I don't think that he should ever really cash it at a pay-per-view, because that's something that should be saved for a Raw when more people can see it. And to me, no, him doing it on the pay-per-views in this day and age isn't going to make the hardcore fans or even the casual fans who have not ordered the pay-per-view go, oh my God, we need to order the replay. Or, oh my God, we need to rush out and get the DVD in a month's time. You know? I'm rambling. I'm sorry, I'm jumping. But I like to jump. I don't have tunnel vision. But getting back to The Miz. He's come a long way since his entrance into the company. I was watching a fan-made stream on the internet, and they were showing old Raws and SmackDowns from back in the day when Miz first came in the company and was doing the whole hoorah bit. And even back then, the guy had chops on the mic. The guy's mic skills, you know, Nutty Rock Chick talked about it being a 70. I think it's right around an 80, maybe even borderline 90, compared to half the people you got on the microphone these days. I mean, it's just, sorry, I like The Miz. I like his commentary. He makes me laugh. There's outright times where I mark out and laugh at the son of a bitch. Going back to that stream I was watching back in the day, Layla had just won the Diva Search. And Miz and Layla were kind of, you know, or Miz was trying to be sweet on Layla, as they say. And the son of a bitch just makes me laugh. The way, you know, they did the whole bit on SmackDown where they were having, you know, a birthday party for The Miz. And Layla came out and was under this, you know, big box or whatever. And, you know, she's sitting there giving Miz a lap dance, and The Miz is sitting there going, oh yeah, all you people want to be me. That's right, I love my job. Get out the whips, get out the chains. And then it had me thinking, first of all, with my sick, twisted mind, Layla with whips and chains. But then I laugh because it's like, you know, this is great television, you know? He's speaking to that older audience that Cena can't speak to. Now they don't want anybody to speak to that audience, but I'm just saying, back then, it was perfect. Back then, they weren't PG. But I'm not going to get into the whole should they go back to PG thing, because it's obvious they're not going to, as long as they have a toy deal with Mattel. But he's evolved since then. You know, he wasn't, you know, he was... You're talking about a guy who hosted the Diva Search segments on Raw back in 2007, or 2006, excuse me. And now he's WWE Champion 4 years later. 4 years later. That's impressive. That's enough build, in my opinion. And he's not gotten injured. He's stayed around. You know, he's on, you know, in the media. And it's like, good for him. He evolved from wearing, you know, kind of like a Chris Jericho type deal. He used to come out wearing like the gothic shorts with the shirt and the nice hat. I like the hat. Nice hat, doing this shit and then going up to it. No. And then, right around the time in 2008, I think it was, he switched over to the short tights. And he got serious with his in-ring work. He got more serious with his promos. All you people out there wish you were me, because I'm The Miz. And I'm awesome. And everybody knows it, but you're just too pompous and arrogant to admit it. You know, so I mean, it's and it's one of those things where, you know, the crowd sits there and goes awful instead of awesome, but they look at their matches and they're like, wow, that's freaking cool. Some of the stuff he does is amazing. And then he had to deal with, you know, even before that, he was with Jomo, and I'll get to Jomo in a second. You know, Jomo to me, I'll get to him in a second, you know, but they split those two up at the perfect time. And it shows you right there. I don't want to say who the weak link of that team was, but it shows you who is more over. Anyway, good for The Miz. As far as the build, it's a Money in the Bank deal. You know, you talk about, oh, he just got thrown a briefcase and automatically he's the champion. He hasn't done a thing to earn it. Nutty Rock Chick hit it right on her point. Singles title, tag title, singles title, tag and singles title at both times. Lost the single or tag title, lost the single title to Daniel Bryan. More on Daniel Bryan in a minute. Now he's champion. Look at what they did with Cena. They brung Cena in. Singles title, world title. And he's won the tag titles, I think, somewhere in between there with Shawn Michaels. If there was ever a person who did not have a decent build, and that's the reason why I think he's gone sour now, it's John Cena. You give him too much, too soon. That's why Brock Lesnar, getting around 2004, late 2003, nobody really gave a fuck about Brock. Too much, too soon. But then it's like comparing apples and oranges when you talk about Cena and Brock, because Brock was a monster. Brock should have had Paul Heyman around him for the entire time. Brock should have never touched a fucking microphone. Anyway, talk about that Kurt Angle era, how there's no real technical wrestlers anymore. You either have talkers, like Cena, or you have technical guys, like, you know, your Jomos and your Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan, I think, you know, and I think they're scared to have a technical wrestler be popular again because of Eddie, because of Benoit, you know, because of people, you know, like Lesnar. Lesnar's a technical guy, don't get me wrong. And for anybody who says, oh, Lesnar's not technical, sorry. He's about, he could be technical when he wanted to be. Daniel Bryan's the last of a dying breed, to tell the truth. And I think he may be the last. You know, but besides CM Punk. And I honestly believe that if CM Punk nurtures this thing right, they're building CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan for Mania, and it's gonna. That's my pick for Show Stealer, and that's my pick for the match of the year in 2011. I'm calling it right now. You let those two go out there. Let them have 20 minutes for that U.S. title. It's going to elevate that U.S. title more than you'll ever know. if you don't screw it up, WWE. CM Punk, speaking of CM Punk on commentary, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. That man right there has a job to fall back on when his body can't go anymore. That man could be the new Bobby Heenan. He's that funny, and he knows how to call a match. I'm sorry, he made Jerry the King Lawler, and that CM Punk could have been running that booth by himself, and the commentary would have been 10 times better. You know, good job for Punk. Sheamus, you talk about Sheamus, and you know, everybody, you said that there was no really big stars that they've really had a build for. Sheamus, I think right now, the way he's gone stale, is going back to that Brock Lesnar too much too soon mentality. Came in, bam, ECW champion. Elevated himself, bam, WWE champion. Bam, he gets wins over Triple H, it takes Triple H out. Now, he's fucking with Santino. And he's fucking with Jomo. It's not doing Jomo any good to get a rub off of Sheamus. It's not. Ooh, he beat Sheamus. The only thing that makes you say, it doesn't make you go, wow, Jomo's somebody. No, it makes you go, look, Sheamus got beat by Jomo. You know? It did nothing for either one of them this past week at Survivor Series. For them, it just did no good for either one of them. You needed to have Sheamus whoop his ass. You know? Then you come in the next night and maybe have Jomo get the win. Or I was looking forward to maybe seeing like a double count out, like a brawl setup, you know? Where those two just brawl right the hell out of the arena, double count out, ding 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 on the pay-per-view. You have room to go there. Another place where you have room to go is Edge and Kane. I was there at SmackDown Live in Richmond this Tuesday before Survivor Series, and I was so disappointed that he didn't do anything live in front of the crowd with Bear in the wheelchair. They filmed everything backstage, and Kane nor Edge appeared for that live crowd. On your go-home show, you don't have either one of those guys appearing in front of the live audience. Not one of them touched the ring. Not one of them touched the stage. Not one of them held a microphone in their hand. Why? You have room to grow there. The feud is silly. Once Taker left and Kane kept that title, you have nothing else on SmackDown. And I'm sorry, you could say Alberto Del Rio all you want to. I don't get the guy. I don't get him. I don't get the stupid ringing out. I mean, I get it. I get the gimmick, what it's meant to do. I just don't see Alberto Del Rio becoming a real main event star. I don't like his in-ring work. I don't like the gimmick. He has a neat entrance with the sparks and coming out with the car and Speedy Gonzalez being his ring announcer. That's about it. Once he gets in the ring, once the bell rings, it means jack shit. Two more things I want to get to here. Big Show and Rey Mysterio. It's time for both of them to retire. And they're very going, what? Wow. Yeah. Bye-bye, guys. You're stale. They've done everything they could possibly fucking do to rebuild you. With Rey Mysterio, it's the same old shit. I'm a little Mexican underdog under a mask. I could beat anybody. Blah, 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 blah. All I'm going to do is come in the ring, flip, flop, and fucking fly. Same old crap. It's the same shit you've been doing since 1993 in ECW. Bye-bye. Big Show. Buddy, what happened? I mean, he's never really had... WWE does this thing, and they do it with Jomo as well, and you can't really blame it on Jomo's injuries because they've done it in the past when he's healthy. It seems that they take Big Show and they elevate him up to here, and just when the crowd starts getting behind him, they jerk him down. Big Show has run its course. That man right there has been in wrestling since 1993. Or 1995. 15 years. It's time to retire. Become an agent. You know, go to Florida and train. You've made your money. You've had your titles. What more can you do with the Big Show? Last year they had him, or this year too, early part of this year, he held those tag belts, and it was great, you know, to see them actually doing something. But in each tag team, he was the weak link. I like Jericho, and I like Showmiz, but what more? There's nothing else you can do and don't say give him the title. The title doesn't mean shit on the guy. The title don't mean shit on Rey. What more can you do with Rey Mysterio? Honestly, him putting over Alberto Del Rio doesn't mean shit. Now, if Alberto Del Rio would have came out and beat Edge his first night on SmackDown, yeah. But the fans know that Rey Mysterio is going to get injured, or that he's already injured, and that it's just a matter of time, because with Taker being gone, and with, you know, with Taker taking some time off, you don't have a real big, another big main eventer in that company. Alberto Del Rio is not ready to take that spot. So once again, Rey has to stick around with his peg legs and carry the ball. That's one thing I will say about Rey. Whenever they need him to carry that ball, whenever they need him to step into that slot, he's the first one probably to raise his hand and say, I'll do it. He's loyal, but he's stale. Take the mask off of him. That's the only other thing you can do with the guy. Don't give him the belt anymore, because they proved back at WrestleMania 22 that it's just not working with him. It's just not working with the guy. But let's see here. What else can I say? Taker, is he done this year? I don't know. I think that maybe it's time for Taker to bow out, and I think Taker knows it too. You can't keep playing the yo-yo bit with your fans every year. It's just not going to hold up. But anyway, I'm going to get off here, guys. And those are my thoughts. Comment, subscribe. I want to know your thoughts about The Undertaker, because I believe he's done. But anyway, I'm signing off here. And y'all take care.